So excited to have all of you here today. Welcome. We are excited to share with you what KTC is and how it can bless your life. So, just kind of starting off, KTC is the world's #1 premier travel club. And you're probably going, what does that even mean? So, let's jump in so I can show you a little bit about what that means to you. What we offer here that sets us apart from other places is a private password protected booking engine with 110% price guarantee on hotels, airfare, cruises, and more. There's 3 different travel passports to fit your adventurous heart. We have travel coins, we have revenue sharing, and we have an uplifting community. And I want to draw your attention over here because we are not travel agents. And I just want to make sure that you understand that we are here to help you get access to travel agent pricing, but we are not travel agents. And we'll explain all of that as we go through. So first of all, the reason why we created this business in the first place is because the public booking engines that we have available out there, there's 2 major ones, and they control, as you can see here, the majority of the booking engines. In fact, 95% of travel booked comes from either Booking Holdings or Expedia, which was just really, really surprising to us. And so that leaves this very tiny little gap of only 5% are booking elsewhere with a travel agent, on a private booking engine, things like that. So there is a massive amount of opportunity here. So I want you to keep that in mind, and we'll kind of go over that a little bit more. But what we were finding is people were checking Priceline, checking Booking, checking Kayak, and most of the pricing was in with $5 to $10, maybe $20 difference. And we were like, what's going on? Why are we not seeing bigger discounts? Because we knew travel agents could get bigger discounts. We knew bigger corporations, when they went into, book for their events or things like that, they could get bigger discounts. Where were these bigger discounts at? And so what we discovered is that Booking Holdings runs all of these and Expedia runs all of these. They're not going to compete against themselves. So if you're checking 3 of Expedia's different websites, they're only going to give you little bits of discounts, especially because they have cookies on your computer or your phone. They're going to know you already visited one of their websites. They're going to give you a little bit of a discount to get you to say, okay, look, I found it cheaper here, and book with them. So what we decided is there's got to be a better option out there. How do we get the travel agent pricing, these big corporations pricing, into your hands as a everyday person? And what we came up with was our own private booking engine. So let's talk about that and how that can help you. But before I do, I want to know from you guys, which ones of these have you booked with in the past? And have you found personally that you went to Expedia and then you went to hotels.com and it was, maybe the same price or only within a couple bucks? Because I can tell you there have been times where I had up 10 different booking engines checking pricing way before I knew anything about KTC. And I was finding the biggest discounts I was able to get was about a $25 discount between the 10 different ones that I had open. So I would love to just hear from you. Where were you already looking, and what pricing were you finding? Was it similar to what I'm explaining, or did you find some deeper discounts? I do know that some of these companies have started to make their own private, where you have to sign in, you have to pay a monthly fee, things like that, and then you can get bigger discounts. But even with the VIP pricing, I'm still finding that ours are beating their pricing most of the time, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let me show you kind of a little bit about what inventory we have and what, some of the things that set us apart. So we have over 45,000 cruise itineraries. So if you're wanting to cruise, you're going to be able to find a great cruise with us. We have 3 million hotel properties worldwide. We have 500,000 plus global resorts. We have rental cars, trains, and transports. We have 400,000 plus activities. So if you're going to go on an excursion this summer, definitely come see what we have to offer you. We have great escapes. In fact, 26,000 plus weeks around the globe. And we have concerts and events. So I'm going to get into some of these in a little bit more detail, but I did want to just touch on a couple of these global resorts right here. I went and looked at all-inclusive resorts down in Mexico. I also looked at some in the Bahamas. The ones in the Bahamas are mostly adults only, which is why I didn't select them. But the ones in Mexico, I was able to find that on our booking engine versus the public booking engine that I went and searched on, I was able to beat every single one of those prices on 8 different hotels throughout, I think, 3 different cities in Mexico, which was pretty awesome, and significantly between $300 to $2,000. And we'll show you a little bit more about that. And then these cruises over here, something that's really exciting about cruises, and we're going to talk a little bit more about in a minute, but we not only are going to get you great pricing and the best, like the 110% price guarantee, we're also going to get you 10% back on your cruise in coins. So let's talk about that and show you how you can participate in these great member exclusive rates. So here we have Japan. This was a 5-night, 3-star hotel. And after the coins are applied and the discounts and everything, it was $223 for 5 nights. That's a really good price. There are definitely places out there that are $223 a night or more. So that was really exciting. We found this one in Cancun, Mexico, 4-star hotel. The 3 nights were only $170. And for 5 nights, it was $284. So again, really, really got great pricing. And then this one over here in Miami, Florida, with 5 nights, which is also a 4-star hotel. Retail was $3,428 with a KTC member rate. It saved $1,500 and it was $1,500 and it saved $1,928. So you can see there are different savings. You're going to get some that are just like screaming prices. You're going to get some that are just really great prices. But we do kind of have all across the board. We try to get places across the country, across the world to show you just a little sneak peek of what our pricing looks like. And this one I'm super excited about because this one was for my mom. So I was able to experience this myself in helping her. She was visiting with me. She was telling me about a trip that she had planned. And I said, hey, Mom, would you mind if I just pulled up and did some comparisons for you, what you already have booked versus what I could get for you? She was like, yeah, sure. So we pulled that up. And as you can see here, this is what she already had booked on her retail website that she booked with usually. That was $178.22 for a 3-day car rental. Over here, you can see with KTC's booking engine that it was $113.35 for the same 3 days, same vehicle, same rental agency, same location, $64.87 less. So that is awesome. That's in 3 days, saved $64.87, which is, to me, really, really exciting that I was able to do that for my mom. I also hooked her up with a hotel. We saved another 40 something over there. So she saved a little over, it was around $105 that we were able to save her in just her very first booking, which was pretty cool. So I would love to hear from you guys. What would be the first thing you're going to go look at when you get set up with your KTC private booking engine? Are you looking at car rentals? Are you looking at cruises? Are you looking at hotels or resorts or airfare or an excursion? I would just love to hear from you. What's the first thing you're excited to go start doing some price comparisons on? Okay, so one of my favorite things about our booking engine is that we have the mobile version over here, and which is an app, not just a mobile version. It is an app. And then we also have the actual website. And the reason why I love this is because I love to see all my things. We have lots of ways to compare. You can pick 5 or 6 cruises and put them side by side so you can go in and compare. And that's much easier to see on a big desktop or laptop. But when you're out and about and you're like, hey, we want to see what's in this area, you can just pull it up on your app and go see what day excursions are available. Or, hey, we need to, something happened. We ended up in a different location than we thought we were going to be road tripping. We need to get a hotel for the night. Pull up your app and you can do it through there as well. So it does give you some perks to have both, which is super cool. Section where you can go in and see how many coins you've used, what your bookings are, when they're coming up, all of those things, which is just fantastic. And then over here, you can see that accessing all of your bookings on the go in one app is also so beneficial. You can see right here where it says My Bookings. You can be out and about, and I always share this experience because I've had this experience, and it's really not a fun experience. You land at your destination, you're trying to get the luggage, your kids are going crazy, you're trying to pull up where to get the rental car, the kids are saying, what hotel are we going to? How long is it going to be? And you're trying to get to all those different emails to go get all that access information so you can make it a smooth experience. And it's not a very smooth experience. So what I love about our bookings all in one location is you can have your airfare, your hotel, your cruise, your car rentals, everything can be right here in your booking section. And it just makes it a very, very smooth process. So one of my very favorite things that KTC offers is our dollar for dollar value in coins. Now you might be going, what even is that? Because I know when I first started learning about coins, I was a little bit confused because most places that we get discounts, say when we shop at a grocery store or gas points or even hotel points or things like that, most of those things or credit card points, they are more like a cent per dollar. So once you spend $100, you have one actual dollar that you can turn around and use. But we wanted to make sure that our customers found value in this, that they were rewarded for sticking with us, for shopping with us, for choosing to be here at KTC. And we offer dollar for dollar value, which is huge. So let's look at what that looks like in a breakdown. We have our loyalty coins. What those do is those are used to buy down the price of our Great Escapes, which we're going to talk about in a second. They are earned through your monthly membership dues. So every time you pay your monthly membership to be a customer with us or a business builder with us, you are going to get coins. Then our room coins. These are used to buy down the price of any hotel booking. So every single month, you're going to be getting some of those as well. And you can also earn those through contests and incentives if you are building a business with us. And then our trip coins. Our trip coins are used as currency to book anything on the website. And that is received by booking a cruise. You get 10% back in trip coins. Or we have guest passes where you can hand out and help your friends be able to come get a sneak peek at what we have available on our website. And if they decide to use that and book, then you get 10% back of that as well in coins, which is really, really cool. So let's see what these coins look like in action and how we can apply them to get some discounts. So let's start with our Great Escapes. With the Great Escapes, our coins go to work for us by taking a discount off of the total. So we can't buy it down to zero, but they do buy it down a lot. And we have 7-night trips, we have 3-night trips, 5-night trips. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. 26 weeks around the globe. And I am excited to show you this one right here. Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa in Florida is a 2-bedroom. It sleeps up to 8. So you can either pack it with all 8 or you can take 2 or 3 people, whatever works best for you. Check in January 11th of 2026. Check out the 18th. So this was a 7-day and it was $949. So already that discount is fantastic. It was only $949. But we were able to use 500 loyalty coins and buy it down to $449. So for 8 people, it's $449. So that's like a little more than $50 a person for an entire week stay, which is so, so crazy cool. And I love that these coins are able to help us do that. So you can go on and search any of the Great Escapes, and then you can go, if you have 200 coins, you can put in 200 coins. If you have 350, you can use that. We can use up to 500. We can't go more than that because, like I said, we don't buy it down to zero. But it's pretty awesome deals all around the world. I found them in Hawaii. I found them in England. I have found them in Australia. It is really, really neat. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the different memberships because you're probably going, okay, this is awesome. I love this. I want to know more details on how do I get started and what perks come with it and what it costs and all of that. So let's talk about that for a minute. And we're going to start with our light passport. So I want you to be thinking as we go through these, which passport makes most sense for you and your family, and then just pop that in the comments. So we've got 3 different options, like I mentioned at the beginning. Option 1 is our light passport. For just $29.99 a month, it's going to give you $360 per year in loyalty coins. That's $30 a month in coins. So you're literally putting $29.99 in, and every month you're getting $30 back. So it's basically a savings bank for you where you put your money in and we say, okay, thanks. We're going to put it over here in coins. And then when you're ready to go book a great escape, you can use those coins and get a discount, which is so awesome. Have any of you guys seen that anywhere else? Because I have never seen that anywhere else. And I love that we give you dollar for dollar back in coins to use on your travel. So it gives you a private password protected booking engine with the 110% price guarantee on hotels, airfare, and cruises. We're also going to get access to those great escapes. And of course, the affiliate referral earning option is available with this one, where you can just refer friends to get this light passport, and you get $5 every time that they, $10 the first time, $5 each time after that, which is pretty cool. Now, one of my favorite things about this membership program is you can upgrade or downgrade at any time. So if you start here with the light and then you decide, no, I want the VIP, I want all the things, you can upgrade and you can downgrade. If you're at the VIP and you think, you know, maybe there's a really, really tight month and something happened with your home and you need to do repairs, you can drop down to this so you're not losing all your coins. So it's pretty cool. There's no cancellation charges or fees or anything like that. You can cancel at any time. These are month to month. So just keep that in mind. The second one is our basic passport. This is probably our most popular one. This is just $99.99 per month. There is a $90 activation fee. This is a one-time activation fee. It does not go over and over and over again every single year. It's just once. And once you're activated with us, then you get access to all of these things. You are going to receive $1,330 back in travel coins per year. So imagine at the end of the year, you start a savings bank and you start putting in some money every single month. At the end of the year, you're going to have however much you put in there, right? Well, with us, we're giving you the ability to put in money towards your membership, and we're saying, okay, we're going to put it over here in your savings account. So you're going to be getting already discounted travel, access to all of that stuff that I was telling you about earlier, and you're going to be getting dollar for dollar coins that you can turn around and use to give you even better discounts. Is that not awesome? So you're going to get all the things that I talked about in the first membership with the Light Passport, but here's where you also get access to guest passes so that you can share with friends and family so they can take a sneak peek and see if this is something they would like to do. And then revenue sharing, where you're also going to be earning money back every time you help somebody get started. You also receive $250 in loyalty coins when you get started with us today, which is so, so cool. This gives you buying power. So you can get started today, and then say you book a great escape in 2 to 3 months that you want to go on. You already have $250 in coins to buy that great escape down. So I would love to hear from you guys so far. What are your thoughts on these plans that we have? Are you thinking I'm a basic, I'm a light, or are you like, wait a minute, now I'm seeing this VIP, tell me more. So this is where, of course, I got started, and most of our ambassadors have gotten started, is this VIP passport. The reason being, it unlocks access to everything. So for just $139.99 a month, that's just $40 more a month than the basic. It does have a $160 activation fee. You are going to receive $2,660 in travel coins per year. That is double what you got. I'm just going to go back for a second. It's double what you get in the basic, and you're only paying $40 more a month. Does that not make total sense to you? That made sense to me. So you get $140 per month towards loyalty coins, and you get $40 a month in room coins every single month, just because you're a VIP passport holder. So, so cool. I love it. So you're going to get all the access to everything that we already talked about. Plus, now you get access to concerts and events. So what does that look like? Concerts and events are going to give you access to sporting events, to things like racing, baseball, football. I know right now I keep getting advertisements for getting on there and looking at tickets for the Super Bowl. And so you're going to get any kind of like sporting events like that. You're going to get concerts. You're going to get just activities and plays, and all that type of stuff is in that section. So if you do those things on a regular basis, you're definitely going to want to get the VIP, because you're going to want to have access to those concerts and events, which is pretty exciting. And then when we start with this one, you receive $500 in loyalty coins as well, which is great, because that's the max amount that you can get started with, that you can pay down. So you go book yourself a Great Escape. You can use all 500 coins on a Great Escape and get it as low as $300 to $400, which is awesome. And start traveling right away so you can come home and start telling your friends, guys, this is super cool. You need to go try it out for yourself. So tell me again in the comments, where do you feel like you want to get started? Which membership makes most sense to you? Or if you're like, wait a minute, I still have some more questions. Good. We love questions, and we have a question and answer at the end. So before we get to that question and answer, and you're welcome to just drop your questions right now in the comments, and then we'll get to those at the end. But before we get to that, I want to tell you a little bit about this part down here, the revenue sharing and affiliate referral earnings, because this is my very favorite part. When we find something that we love, we want to go out and tell everybody about it. And most of the time, we don't get any kind of like pat on the back or, hey, here's a little bit of extra because you shared it with the world. But with KTC, we wanted to make sure that every time you share with your friends and family, you do get a little something back for sharing with them. So let's talk about how that works and see if that's something that would benefit you and your family. With KTC Travel Club, of course, there is the membership revenue sharing program, but we do have the KTC income disclosure that states that you do have to work to earn money. Not just by signing up are you going to get any kind of money or anything like that. You do have to go out and share with friends and family. And as you bring them in, that is how you earn an income. So let me tell you about the owners and a little bit of why I wanted to partner with this company. The owners are Bobby and Michelle Schaefer, and they have been either owning their own business or doing direct sales for 55 plus years, which is awesome. Now, you're probably looking at them going, they don't even look that old. It's combined experience between the two of them, but they have both been in the networking scene for many, many years. So they know what a good comp plan looks like. They know what a good company looks like, and they know how to make sure that they are being honest and have integrity in the company, which I absolutely love about them. It is privately owned and funded. What this means to me is that I'm not worried that somebody is going to come in and buy them out and change up what they're doing and make it completely different than what I set up with. I literally just watched another major business this week that was direct sales. It's been in business for many years. They got bought out and they are changing everything. And it's difficult for all of those people that have put all of their effort into building there. I don't want you guys to worry about that. We are strong. They are debt-free, which is awesome. And they are passionate about global impact. We want to offer this to people around the world. If you have access to a cell phone and the internet, you can work this business. And there are plenty of places that you earn a couple dollars a day. But with KTC, you can earn a lot of money working right from your home. And you have an amazing support team with our awesome team here. So what this community looks like to me is we are welcoming, we are supportive, and we have fun. And I think that that matters because when you go partner with, or even just a regular job, and you go to work with people who are negative, they're constantly talking about other people or, just how hard life is or things like that, it really brings your spirits down and it's hard to want to go to work. I know that there's been one business that I've worked for that I literally dreaded getting up in the morning and going to work. It was hard for me. It was hard for my family. I made great money there, but it was not worth the negative feelings that I felt every day going to work. And so I want to make sure that you guys know we have a beautiful community. These are just some of our community members. They are fun. They are supportive. They are going to help answer your questions. They're going to help hold your hand while you get started. And we're going to help make sure that you know how to do this. You're going to feel welcomed and you're going to have success here as long as you are willing to put in the effort to learn. So tell me in the comments, where do you feel like community has made a difference for you? Do you feel like you are one of those people who is looking to partner with a company that has a great community? Or maybe you've been a part of a company that's had a great community, or maybe the opposite like I had, where you've been a part of something where the community was icky. And you're like, I don't want to be a part of something like that again. I promise you, we are not the icky group. You are going to have fun with us. We laugh together. We share stories together. And it is just a great experience. So one of the neat things that also sets us apart is that we have what's called a plug and play system. What does that mean? That means you get started today and we're going to give you everything you need to learn and grow step by step. So we're not going to throw you in and say, here you go, here's everything, read all the manuals and come back to us in a couple weeks and then we'll get you started. No, it's quite the opposite. I'm going to get on the phone with you. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to help make sure that you feel comfortable and confident in knowing the things that you need to know. I have created multiple weeks of trainings so you can jump right in and get started on watching those step by step. They build upon each other. In our back office, we also have our KTC Academy, which is going to walk you through how to use the website, how to use the booking engine, how to use social media, how to set up your account, all of that kind of stuff. So it makes it extremely smooth. We also, as you can tell over here, we have trainings, we have overviews just like this one, where you can just bring your people in. That's why it's called plug and play. You plug your people in and we help them get started. So you can truly start today. You could bring somebody in tomorrow and you don't really have to know much because you're going to connect them with me and I am going to help them get started. So you guys can kind of run together because you're both new and you're both excited about this. And I would be so thrilled to be able to help you through that. So you never have to come into this thinking, am I going to succeed? Am I going to struggle? Because I will be there every step of the way. You need me, you reach out, I'm going to be there to support you. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, this is all awesome and I love what it's sharing, but how do I actually get paid? So as you can see over here, the coins are just a perk, an extra. This is not how we pay our people. I know some companies pay in product. We do not pay in product. We pay an actual money and we pay weekly, which is awesome. Mondays became the best day of the week because I get paid every Monday. And I want your Mondays to be the best day of the week for you as well. So we have 6 different ways. We've got our membership sales bonus. We've got our double up bonus. We have our team cycle bonus, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about because to me, this is the most important bonus. We have our diamond re-entry bonus. We have our matching and elite matching bonuses. And of course, rank advancement bonuses, which every time you rank advance, you are going to get a bonus, which is really exciting. And as you can see down here, it ranges from 250 for the first rank all the way up to 30,000. I don't know about you, but when I reach that level and get that bonus, $30,000 is going to buy me and my family a new car because we have had the same car for many years. It is 12 years old and it is starting to really fall apart. The leather on the seats is cracking, all the things. And it would be really, really great to have a new vehicle and just use my one bonus to be able to cover the cost of that. How awesome would that be? So I am going to share with you cycle earnings because this is where the residual income comes in. All those other bonuses are awesome, but they're one-time bonuses. Each time you bring in somebody, you earn a little money. The residual income is the most important because this is where your efforts go to work, making you money. So you can be on vacation and guess what? You go check and Monday you get paid because you're cycling every single month. So let's talk about what that looks like. So over here at Partner, this is our very first entry level. You can cycle up to 5 times and each cycle is $50. So you can earn up to $250 in weekly cycle earnings at the partner level. Now you can do as much as you want. So you can grow as quickly as you want or as slowly as you want. It's completely up to you. But what a cycle looks like is every time you have 400 member volume points and each member has a different member volume connected to them, depending on if they're a light member, a basic member, or a VIP. So you have 400 on one side and you have 200 on the other side. And every time that happens, then that gives you a cycle bonus, which is really, really cool. So you get $50 and then the next month comes around and you get another $50 and that just keeps happening. So every time that happens, then it starts accumulating, as you can see, and then that would be an annual earnings of $13,000 at just the partner level. Now, remember, this is not including the other bonuses. There's 5 other bonuses that we talked about that you're also going to be getting. This is just the residual that's going to keep coming in from the effort that you did bringing that person in the first place. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I do know that a lot of comp plans are extremely confusing. And one of the things that I really loved about our comp plan here is that it was really easy for me to learn and understand. I went through it maybe 3 or 4 times and I was like, okay, I got this. This makes sense. We don't make it where when you come in, you have to, have so many points or so many people or la 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 to level up. Everybody's earning these same cycle bonuses of $50. Everybody is earning the same membership sales bonuses or double up bonuses. It's the same for everybody. It doesn't matter if you've been in for 1 year or 1 month, you're going to get the same pay, which I love because it makes it easy for us to understand and it makes us know what we need to do to earn that. So back to this one, if you're anything like me, I'm focused more down here on the silver influencer to the gold influencer because this is where my family needs to make income like this so that not only are we just surviving, but we're also thriving. We're able to then go out and do fun things together as a family. We're able to go out and help other people when they are in situations that they need extra money. We're able to go out and serve God. And I want to build his kingdom. And this is the vehicle that he has presented to me to help build his kingdom. So if you want to be a kingdom builder as well, we would love to welcome you in and help you get started right away. We want you to know that we have saved you a seat. We want you to come and join our club, whether that's just to start out as a light and just test it out and see if this is something that you're like, yeah, this works for me. Or if you're like, I want to join, I want to be a VIP, I want all the things, I want to build a business, we're here to run with you and do that as well. So what we're going to do is a quick question and answer. If you have any questions, you can either raise your hand and ask those, or you can drop them in the comments and we'll make sure to get your questions answered. We also want to let you know that if you are a guest, please drop your email in the comments because we do have a thank you gift for coming today and we will get you emailed the details on that. And then if you're thinking, okay, I'm ready to get started, Sharon, help me get signed up, then I want to make sure we do that as well. So you reach out to the person that invited you or comment in the comments, hey, I'm ready to get started, and we will reach out to you. We will get you that link. We will get you set up and then come back over here. We'll stay on for about 10 to 15 minutes, turn on some music and have a great time. And you can come back over here and let us know. And then we will get you a thank you gift for getting started today as well. And we will schedule your brand new welcome call. So thank you so much for being with us today. We absolutely loved having you and we appreciate you taking the time to come check out KTC, and you have a very blessed rest of your week.